Good morning. I don't think anyone's here, and I forgot to activate my PNG tuber. Give him a moment to load up. Forgot he's necessary for this. There he is. There's my guy. Oh, look at him. Look at him. I don't think anyone's here this morning, but I'm gonna draw anyway. So just vibe. Go ahead and listen to some Stardew Valley if you're watching it on the VOD. When people arrive, we'll chit chat. Until then, let's just chill out while I draw a horse. I want to draw a horse, specifically this horse, specifically Trixie Lulamoon. I don't know why she has a last name. I guess they couldn't just copyright Trixie as a concept. So yeah, horse time. It's always horse time. I don't think I've ever drawn Trixie, even though she's like one of my favorite characters on the show. She's just, I love her dumb redemption arc. Like it's so funny. It's just really funny, and I like when redemption arcs are funny. I also like that she's still kind of like the worst. Like she's still not a good person. She's still truly awful, truly unbearable as a character. And I, frankly, love that for her. And also for me. We're just gonna keep it loose. Keep it loose right for now. Just trying to not get too caught up in the details for the rough, because I kind of want to go a little nuts on the colors. I love the Great and Powerful Trixie. I'm always a sucker for a good wizard, and by a good wizard I mean the shittiest possible wizard. She sucks. She gets a girlfriend as a result of being so shitty, and I frankly think that's very funny. I think more characters should get rewarded for being terrible. Again, we're keeping it loose. I think her ears should come out of her hat. I think it's dumb that they don't, so I'm gonna do that. She's great. She's powerful. She's neither of those things. I mean, she is great, in my humble opinion. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Again, just vibe with me. Vibe with me until someone shows up. Da, 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 da. Good morning. Good morning, Empress Tide. It is a good vibing vibe. That's not the way to phrase it. I'm really tired. It's always fun to just kind of chill with Stardew Valley music and some horse straws. I'm really behind on Patreon sketches. I actually don't have any in my backup, like my the buffer that I have. So that's what we're doing today. That's basically what I'm trying to do. So carry me in the AM, so whatever it is, it's working. I'm glad. And if you need to duck out because you got work to do, that by all means do that. If you need to keep me muted or something, that's fine. Although I think muting me counts as like not viewing me. I don't know how that works. That was a rumor I heard a really long time ago, that Twitch can kind of tell if you are open in another tab. I don't know how true that is. I don't really know anything about Twitch. Again, I am making it up as I go. This morning I downloaded an app to try and figure out if it can automatically tell like my my Discord when I'm live. But then I was like, I don't feel like setting this up right now. So I didn't. I will do it some other day. Probably after this stream. We'll also be streaming tonight. Like tonight, like probably around 9 o'clock. I want to do more Cult of the Lamb. It's been a couple days since I've touched it. It's been even longer that I've touched it on the stream. I played it that basically one day and then haven't touched it since. I really liked it, but I definitely had to get used to it off stream. Because it's a lot. I had to learn a lot of things. I might restart the game entirely. Start from the beginning. I don't know. I haven't decided. Her head's a little big. Not that pony heads are small, but for what I'm doing, it's a little big. Maybe the hat's just a little big. I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is just the rough anyway. We're just trying to get things down. Good morning, Leska. That is the right way to say that, right? It's not like Liska or something, is it? You got a lot of names on the internet. I only got the one. I guess I got the two, because I also have Universal Foe. But that's just for, like, my private stuff. That's not like a brand I use everywhere, you know? I use it like a Twitter, and I think I also have it. Yeah, I have it on Tumblr as well. Technically it's Liska. It's a bad French pronunciation. God, Liska. Okay. I never thought about it until this moment, so. I don't think I really like this pose. She's great. She's powerful. She's tricksy. She's the worst. I think I just hate this drawing. I'm gonna start over. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. It's a nickname from my dad. Gotcha. We're learning Leska lore. Liska lore. I love her. She's always doing like a DreamWorks eyebrow moment. I also like that, I don't know if, I probably definitely retweeted it at some point. Originally she was intended to be a boy, like before her debut. Like that was like her original concept, was she was going to be a male stallion. That sucked, and then she was changed to a girl at some point during the pipeline. Not too late, I don't think. I think it was pretty early. Just like in the very original like script for her debut episode, she was supposed to be a boy. But they changed her to a girl, so it's a really popular headcanon Trixie as transgender. And even the writers were like, that slaps, we love that. And I'm like, hell yeah. Thanks, Biggest Jim, who is one of the main writers of My Little Pony. Yeah. I love a little trans Trixie. I like representation for trans girls who suck. Listen, not every trans girl can be, you know, the best person you've ever met. Sometimes they just gotta be shitty little assholes. And you know what? Trixie is that representation. Representation for trans girls who suck. Just overall an asshole. An absolutely unbearable piece of shit. And I love that for her. Yeah, I would love that. That is true. That is, yep. Because of who I am as a person, I would love that. You are correct. Dun, dun, dun. She gets a girlfriend later on. Her girlfriend has a boyfriend. I know not everybody likes Starlight and Sunburst together. I do. I think they're cute. And I think Trixie being part of a very healthy polycule, except for her, she's the only part that sucks. I think that's very accurate. Like, that's Trixie, baby. She's the worst part of everything she's in. I don't really like this either. Or at least I don't like the face. I think it's too on model. Or at least like too, I'm gonna make it just a little sharper. A little more stylized. Make her horn a little bit longer. There we go. Just a little bit more character to it. I think I'm gonna give her one of those cute little goat tails. Or not goat tails, whatever unicorns have. You know those like old school unicorns where they're kind of like whippy? And then just the end is like hairy? I don't know what kind of tail that is. I love a good bastard pony. I love a good bastard pony. I think I'm gonna give her cloven hooves. I think more My Little Ponies should have cloven hooves. I think that's like the big mistake that they made doing Gen 5, that they didn't drastically change like a lot of the designs to make them much more distinct and different. Some of the original concepts did have that. Like they made like the unicorns have the fluffy little hooves, and the Pegasi were gonna have like wings, like wing fluffs like at the base of their hooves. It was very cute, and then they just didn't do anything with it. Okay, so that's the ruff. I think I'm just going to ink right over it, frankly. So we're going to do a final. We'll do colors on this one. I like to try to stay organized. We'll do inks. I might just ink using the same brush. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just because I like the vibe we got so far. Ponies and Stardew Valley music. Hooray! Yeah! It's Thursday morning. These are the vibes. I haven't streamed in a couple days because I didn't feel too good. I didn't feel good at all on Monday, and then I just didn't feel like streaming before Dungeons and Dragons on both my days. Pasta says hi. He'd be here but work. Tell him I don't forgive him. He is not forgiven. That's not true. I'm sorry. I do forgive him. Work comes first. This is my work, I guess, because it's for Patreon. This is going on Patreon for probably Monday. So if you want a closer look at it, subscribe to my Patreon. But I do not have any backup drawings for Patreon right now. So I have to work on a couple of those. And I was like, you know what? I should just stream it. If no one shows up, then no one shows up. I don't really care. But some people did. On a Thursday morning. Yeah. I'm gonna give her gay little eyelashes. Like the underlined ones. I think that's better. Da, da, da. I love Trixie. She sucks so bad. Gonna delete that. I don't really like that. It's midnight here in the future. Is it? Jesus. Chakanori, where are you? In my head, you like, for some reason, I was convinced that you lived near Pasta, which meant you were like, in the Midwest. Midwest-ish. Are you in Australia? For some reason, I was convinced you lived like in like Minnesota or something. I don't know. I almost streamed at 3 a.m. the other day because I was awake. I should probably just do that for my Australian peeps. What time is it when it's 3 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time in like Australian time? Like what would that be? 7 hours ago. It'd be like the late afternoon, right? I hang out with Pasta online more often than I do with other Australians in real life. Yeah, maybe that's why my brain was like, you're definitely in the same time zone. It's 5 p.m. See? Maybe I should do that if I ever feel the urge. Just tag it as Australia or something and be like, yo, Aussies, come hang out with me. I'll say Melbourne like a tourist with that hard R. I am from Philadelphia, and that's just how we say things. I'm really liking how this is turning out. This brush is really fun. I don't super know what it's called because it's like I think it's Chinese, not Japanese. It might be Japanese. But it's really good. It was one of like the popular brushes on like the download page. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it better if tourists say it like Melbourne, or do you guys want them to try and say it like Melbourne? Or is that like worse? Like what is worse? They both sound terrible. Can give her a little teeths moment. Let's do horse. I don't super give a shit about what the gem looks like. We prefer people say it properly. Properly. Only pronouncing the minimum amount of letters as God intended. Then why did you put the letters there? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't want us to say them, why are they in there? Melbourne. Just, We didn't? The British put them there. Fair enough, you know? The British put a lot of things where I live as well. So, I understand. Kind of like these hard, sharp, scribbly blacks. It's just something fun, something loose. Something chill. Just not trying to make it too, just trying not to get too caught up. We got a lot of unwanted people and letters, and now look at the place, gestures disapprovingly. Are you not a fan? Are you not a fan of Australia? Man, so many Shadow Council people are from Australia. The C team, big with the Aussies. They see a giant lizard and they're like, I want in on that show. I want to be on the show with the asshole lizard boy who sucks. The global reach of C team is nonsense. It is nonsense. I'm just saying, specifically, it's a lot of. I guess it makes sense because of PAX Aus. I mean, that makes sense. It's not so much that there happens to be a lot of Australian people, but they have access to a PAX. Giant vomiting asshole lizard. I can relate to this content. Yeah, that's just like every lizard you have. Is my understanding. I love Australia. It just suffers from the common "this was better before the British showed up" thing. Yeah. Like the entire world. The entire world was better. Every aspect of the planet. Yeah, good call. Yeah, goodest call. Empires and their hot nonsense. Well, at least their gross old lady died. I'm assuming Twitch isn't going to ban me for that, but I don't know. She could. It could. In which case, she only died in Minecraft, I believe, is how we get away with stuff like that. I'm not sure. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Good eggs. Yeah, I just want to keep it tight, keep it loose, keep it fun. Just not trying to get too bogged down. I like this pen a lot. I'll have to link it. I'll have to link it somewhere. I did not make it. I found it on CSP's like a internal store. It was free. I didn't pay for anything like that. It was just like on the front page, and I was like, that looks pretty good. Nice and sharp. I love the action of the inking. It's got a lot of movement. Yeah. This brush really lends to like wanting to like lean into those kind of like hard lines. And those like dark spots. And like keep it messy so it doesn't get too bogged down. Dun, dun, dun. Gonna give her a couple freckles. She doesn't have freckles, but I love a good freckle, so she's getting them today. I want her ear to be a little bit thicker. I love good, long, like, chunky line art. People can do it really well, or, like, really cool. I always find it just doesn't look quite right. Like, this is a gross tangent that I don't like. So I'm going to do this. And that's a slightly better tangent that I do like. There we go. There we go. She's got a lot of cape, but I think I'm just going to keep it short for this drawing. Just because I don't feel like having a lot of cape. I want her tail to be more prominent. I want there to be like a wiggly tail. Just a bit of a wiggle. Just a bit of a wiggle then. Let me just take a look at what it looks like without the sketch. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. Again, I'm not super worried about it. We're just taking it one step at a time. This is just a doodle. That's the whole point of daily doodles. Sometimes I get too bogged down when I do like the daily doodles that are supposed to go up Monday through Friday, and I get like too complicated with them. And I'm just like, I need to just relax and draw for like maybe 30, 40 minutes. And whatever happens, happens. And whatever doesn't happen, doesn't happen, you know? I gotta stop trying to make it like a proper drawing with like a background. Not background, I don't do backgrounds. That's for people who are much more ambitious than I am. But like a proper drawing, and I'm just like, you know what? They can't all be like that, especially again if they are doodles. They just gotta be what they are, you know. They just gotta be rough and tumble, and they are what they are. They are what they are. I think I'm just gonna black out this leg entirely. I think that might be the way to go. I already got some of my hard, sharp, black parts. That might look okay. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Let's just get a little bit more intricate down here. You just gotta wing it sometimes, you know. Not everything has to be thought out super hard. Sometimes you just gotta doodle. It's okay to just fuck around without finding out. Yeah, I think I like that. I do. Do I like that more? I'll leave it for now. If I end up not liking it, I'll fix it later. One day we'll listen to something that's not the Stardew Valley soundtrack. Not today. Because the Stardew Valley soundtrack is not going to cause me to lose my audio, which is why I use it. There are like other people who make like music you can use that's stream friendly, but I have to do credit with it. And it's not that I don't want to do credit. I know that's what that sounded like. It was like, fuck credit. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't know how to credit in a way that is compliant with like their desires. I will figure that out at some point. But I always remember it like, I don't know, about 7 seconds before I go live, and I'm like, oh shit. Not today then, I guess. Not today. Alright, let's turn off the sketch so I can thicken the line art in just a couple places. I think I'm just gonna make this black. Let's erase that a little bit. If I make that black, yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's do a nice shadow there. Not a nice shadow, just a shadow. I think I want to add a little bit more detail to the tail. That's a little too rough for me. Let's get rid of that. Make that black. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go into colors. We'll do a background first, just so I have a color to work from. I think we'll just do a nice big yellow background, because I already have a yellow picked out behind. Let me move the reference real quick. We're gonna move the reference this way. Not because I don't want her to be colored. I just want to get the tail in there. That might be a little much, but we'll see how the body looks. So we'll do a base real quick. Let's see how much of this catches. We'll find out together. Probably not all of it. No, almost none of it. But that's okay. That is okay. Sometimes. Especially with like a drawing like this. I did not expect it to catch all of that, so it is what it is. It caught most of it. It caught more than I thought it was. I see where it is. Alright, let's try that again. Dun, 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 dun. Ha-ha! It's pretty good. Alright, we will get rid of that. We will... dun, dun, dun. Refer to editing arrow only. Nope. Refer all layers. That's what we want. There we go. Perfect. And this is a very pixelated brush, so it's okay if it's a little pixely. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Let's get the coat down. We might end up changing some of these colors just to... Yeah, I'm going to change that to a much brighter blue. Yeah, I like that more. Let's do the hair real quick. Nope. Hair. And she's got two tones in her hair, so... Why aren't you... There we go. I was like, why isn't that working? What are you doing? The hell is this song? Every single time it's Sam's band. Every time I'm like, what is this? It's a song from Sam's band that I've just never fucking heard before. Or I've heard a bunch of times and I just forget that I heard it. That's really what it boils down to. I have heard it and I just forgot. This is Sam's band when I tell him to play the music. Yeah, basically. I always make them do pop music because I think it's funny. Also, the pop music is a bop. But also, it's just between Sam, Sebastian, and Abigail, not a single person there looks like they'll be doing pop music. And I'm just like, ha! You listen to me now. I decide your sound. And it's this. It's my choice. Yeah. Like, it shouldn't even be an option because look at them. It's just two goths and their, like, kind of normie friend. But their normie friend definitely listens to like chiptune music. So, like, he's not that normie. I think I'm gonna brighten these whites a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna brighten that up. We're gonna add a... There we go. And then we'll take this. I don't want it to be that close to her hair. We're gonna give her a little lime green moment. I don't know how... I don't really like that. Don't really like that. We're gonna go back to the white. We're gonna start with the weird, like, limey, tealish green moment. There we go. Now we're gonna try it. There we go. I like that a lot more. It still looks like her, so I'm not really worried about the colors being crazy accurate. Doesn't super matter. The vibe is still there, you know? The vibe is still there. Let's go with the... Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's pick that. Let's give it a little bit of depth, like right at her hooves. There we go. We'll do it like right over her face too. Just give her a little bit of variation. Just gonna add a little bit of texture. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna take it off her nose though. Just gonna... Yeah. There we go. There we go. Perfect. I like that a lot. I'm getting somewhere. Let's do the eyes. eyes. Just doing the whites for right now. Oh, that's not white, that's part of the skin. Not skin, coat, I guess, is the right way to phrase it. Her eyes are purple, right? I'm not crazy. They are purple. She actually has a unique eye design compared to other characters, but I don't really care. It's not that deep. It's not that specific, you know? All the other ponies have... Let me just grab a photo real quick. I'll just look up Twilight's purple or something. Which works. I don't want her cutie mark, I just want her. I know I had to Google her cutie mark the other day. Yeah, that'll work. Bum, bum, bum. Where is she? There you are. Why are you huge? Don't need you to be huge. Just need you to have your eyeballs out. Be a normal size, you dumb horse. Be smaller than that. There we go. But you can see Twilight has just careful, these guys right here. But Trixie has no such thing. And that's not just because of this particular render. It's just she does not have them. And I don't know why. Hello, Wilmozzie. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know why Twilight is like this. I'm not super... It's never explained. It's just a random fact about her specifically. And she's the only character like that. There's not even been like a background... I'm sure there's like one or two background characters, but no other character with a speaking role is like that. So, that's kind of cool. She gets a unique eye shape. Not eye shape, like iris. I don't know why. You would think it would be more work, because everyone just uses a base. Obviously, all the ponies are basically like a color copy and paste. There's a couple characters with like really distinct like visuals. Like Rarity has she's one of the only horses with a gradient on her. She's got a gradient in her hair, but only on like the underside, which I think is really cute. Like the princesses get it too with their wiggly. I just need to get your eyes out. Yep, just need to take the eyeballs and remove them. No, not remove them. They can keep them. They just need to, you know. I just need to see them up close and personal. Let's just do that real quick. Well, let's get these freckles going, because I forgot about these already. Forgot I was doing freckles. She doesn't need them, I just think they're cute. So she gets them. So she's getting them. Also, do I want to give her white lines on the horn? No, I don't really like that. But maybe this color on the horn. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I do like that. Let me just get this color. We're just going to put it on the inner ear real quick. So, just an inner ear moment. So, much less sinister now that you've explained it. For now. It could become more sinister later on. Who knows? I could zag on you. Let's do these. I want that to be much darker. Yeah, I like that. I like that much more than the light purple that she's got. The light purple looks good in canon, but I've already changed a bunch of other colors, so this makes more sense for what I'm trying to accomplish. We're also gonna make this a nice teal color, but it doesn't matter because we're also gonna do a bunch of dumb stuff on it. Alright, So that's its own locked layer. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this trick to make gemstones look gemstony. Gives it a nice texture. We're gonna copy and paste that. We're gonna set it to glow. Oh no, it's not what to do. There we go. We're gonna give it its own layer and then set it to glow. That's what we're doing. I'm just gonna put that down. Just gives it a nice texture. It works better the larger you do it. Like the bigger the file that you're working on, the less you can see all the little jaggedies. But I don't really care. This is what we got. Alright, I think that's basically done. We're just going to do the hooves real quick. Have a little hoof moment. I think I want her hooves to be like the same color as her hair, but I'm going to see how that looks first. I like that when ponies have different colored hooves. Not a lot of them do. It's a lot of boys do, especially the ones that use like the Big Mac model, like the Clydesdale kind of vibes. But I think the girls should too. That's one of the things I do like about the new My Little Pony. They did like establish that all of them have colored hooves, which I think is much cuter. All right, perfect. Do I like the white hooves? Let me see what it looks like with the like the mint green real quick. White, mint green, 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 white, mint green. I'm gonna go with white. I think the white looks better. Only because I already have a green moment with the gemstone. And I just don't need another one. Alright, so let's do colors on the line art real quick. Not everywhere, just like in spot places. Just to unharshen up some of these lines. Just a tiny bit in certain spots. Some places I want them to be really harsh. Like I want that spot black right there. But I don't necessarily want this one. But we'll see if it looks inconsistent and bad. If it looks inconsistent and bad, I will do something else. Let's do. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I like that. Again, I'm not trying to. Just trying to vibe. It's only vibes today. We have a horse first. And I already know what I'm drawing next. I'm drawing a different... It's not a horse. That's the extent of my information that I will grant you. It's not a horse. Which makes it sound like it's a horse. And I recognize that. It's not, though. It's unrelated to horses. But still, like, furry. It's not going to be a big titty Hexus. Not today. Maybe... When's your birthday? Your birthday, I'm just gonna draw Hexus like, do you remember... Does anyone... Sorry, this is a deep Homestuck cut. If you were an artist, back when Homestuck was a big deal, maybe you remember someone who had a joke character. Her name was Moki. I'm assuming that's how it was pronounced. I don't like the color on that. Gonna go. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah. That was the vibe with Moki also. She would just go to everybody's inbox and ask you to draw Moki with the biggest tits you could possibly fucking imagine. And it did not matter how big they were. It was never enough. April 22nd. That's right. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're very close to each other. I'm pretty sure we're both Tauruses. I don't like that red. I prefer. Yeah. And listen, to this day, I don't know if it was a joke. Like, that's how, like, dedicated to the bit they were. If it was a bit, they were dedicated to that bit. I have no idea if it was a joke or not. Like, to this day, I'm like, was that real? Was that sincere? Or was that a joke? I have no idea. No fucking idea. And, like, a part of me loves that I don't know. You know? Like, I think that's funny. I think that's funny. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Alright. One last thing I want to do. I just want to add some highlight. I did not enjoy it. I don't think I did either, but I might have. I don't know. That was a weird time in my life. I might have done that. I don't super remember anything that happened in that like era. I was being financially and physically abused. So my brain was like, we're just not gonna remember any of this. And I was like, okay, you're in charge, I guess. And that's where I am now. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah, she does have toothpaste hair. She's not the most toothpaste. There's another. I'm gonna grab her real quick. I'm just gonna grab a different pony. Oh my god, what the hell's her name? I was gonna drive. I'm just gonna look it up. She has a real name. Oh, aha, I found out what it is. I will show you real quick. She looks like Colgate. She's not Colgate. She has a real name. Grab her. This is... For years, they called this background pony Colgate for obvious reasons, because she looks like Colgate toothpaste with the white and the blue. Her name's Minuet. That kind of goes with the whole... it's hard to tell, I think, in the sizing, but this is an hourglass. A lot of ponies have stupid names like that, but this is Minuet. I guess her special talent is hourglasses? Question mark? I don't know. They never explain a lot of ponies' cutie marks. Like, so the funniest thing about Trixie, her cutie mark is definitely in magic. Like it's like a wand with like a sparkly magic thing and like a star, I think. I would have to go grab her cutie mark. From this angle, I don't think you would see it, so I don't think it matters. But she sucks at magic. Like, that's the funny part about all that. She's not especially good at it. So I don't know what her special talent is. Like, I don't know. Is Minuet, like, once... no, Minuet, in this context, is... I think the joke is that she is... it's like minute. It's a play on the word minute because she's got an hourglass. But I don't know. I don't think it might be dance. Her name is... I'm on the wiki, for the record. Her name is the feminine word of the word minuet, like the 17th century French dance, which is also similar to minute, a unit of time. The only horse who can count to 60. Yeah, she's the only one. Everyone else stops at like 4. Oh, I was like, why is this not looking good? 'Cause I never colored the gemstone. That makes all the difference in the world. Makes all the difference in the world. Da, 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 da. Alright. I think we're pretty good on Trixie. There she is. There's my Goyle. She's not the best pony, but she's up there. She is up there. I have not saved at all, so hopefully I don't lose this. I don't think I will. We're almost done. I'll just save that as a PNG. I'll just save it as... What's Monday's date? Oh shit, Monday is October. Fuck yeah. It's not the first day of October, for the record. There's other days before that. It's the third day of October. Horse fingers. They don't have those. Well, they don't have those. Although, if you look at, like, the, sorry, not to be weird. If you look at, like, the anatomy of a horse, they are effectively a creature with 4 fingers. Because a horse's leg is, like sized and, like, proportioned the same way a human finger is. And they're just, like, walking on the tips of their toes. On, like, their fingernail. I like fall, but I'm not ready for winter. Me neither. I'm ready for fall. It's 62 degrees today, which frankly slaps. I'm very into it. Alright, hate that. Yeah. Yeah, horses are just a weird sausage on 4 big fingers. And it sucks, and I don't like it. So yeah, they do. I guess Will was correct. Horses have 4 fingers. In that they have 4 legs. So yeah, there's Trixie. We're drawing a different furry this time. I wonder if you can see it. We're gonna draw Parappa the Rappa because I thought about him for about 3.5 seconds before the stream started. I was like, oh shit, I should draw Parappa the Rappa. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I love these games. They're really cute. We're gonna use a different sketch brush to kind of get a different vibe. I want him to be much softer than Trixie's was. I love his little frog hat. Like, once a year I remember Parappa the Rapper exists, and I'm like, oh shit! Parappa the Rapper. Aw, fuck. I loved that game. I liked the anime, even. There was an anime, for the record, if you didn't see it. It was okay. I don't think it got localized. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. I will be wrong again. But I don't think it did. But I'm not sure. But I guess it doesn't matter. Because this game's 100 years old. And they don't make it anymore. I don't know why they stopped making it. I know the guy who created it kind of sucks. But I don't think he sucks so bad that he can't be making this game anymore. Like, he wasn't like a pedophile or anything. I think he just wasn't a very nice person. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't, like, used more Parappa. Every year, I think, just make more Parappa. I guess, I don't know. I guess maybe PlayStation or whoever owns them makes enough money. I have no fucking idea. So that's the very rough sketch. We're going to do a tight sketch over top. We got our vibe down. I've only been streaming for 40 minutes. I'm already on the second drawing. I only had 2 drawings planned. My knee is killing me, and I don't know why. I'm going to do a big stretch real quick. Just gotta stretch. I didn't realize how excited I would be to see Parappa with the even 0.01% depth perspective vary. Yeah, if you've ever watched the anime, which is still very stylized, to be fair, it's not like it follows the vibe very closely. It's really cute. But the opening was really, really beautiful short animation where he's very 3D, but not like he's not a 3D model, but he like turns around in a 3D space. Um, he turns around in a 3D space, and it works really well. You would think that this kind of character design, which is very flat on purpose, like stylistically, wouldn't work like that, but it's very cool. Um, and the anime's not super well animated, for context. Like, it's not. Don't expect that quality um, all the time, because you're not gonna get it. That is not the vibe. It's fine. It was a perfectly serviceable anime. Like, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But they went super hard on the opening. It ruled. I don't like this smile. He's just cute. He's just a little puppy dog. He's just a puppy dog. I don't know. A little puppy dog who raps. For the record, I know exactly why I'm thinking about Parappa the Rappa. There's an indie game being made. I have no idea what it's called, but the song from it is like trending super hard on TikTok right now. And it uses Vocaloids to like mimic like the vibe of Parappa the Rappa, where you like repeat the song and you follow the rhythm, etc. And it's really cute. I don't know if it's out or if that was just like a demo. I've only heard one song from it, so I don't really know. Just gonna make it round, so I don't really know. What am I doing no mouth? I thought about that. I'm gonna try that again in a second. But I want him to look friendly. I don't want him to look like, I just don't want him to look like he's being rude, you know? I want him to look cute. Just gonna give him a little puppy hand, I think. Don't really like that. Yeah, no mouth is kind of, yeah, I think no mouth would be too sassy. No, it's not Friday Night Funk. What's it? It's a different game. I don't super know what it's called. I just know that the song is trending way hard on TikTok. But it has that kind of vibe. But Friday Night Funkin' is more like, I don't know. I don't really like it. The guy who makes it is weird, so I don't really care. And also, I have yet to hear a piece of music in it that was good. I'm sure somebody has made good music for it. I just haven't seen them. I don't like this leg situation. I like the baggy legs. Baggy legs. I might have to do another rough over top of this. Or another tight over top of this. I'm gonna give him headphones. Yep, they're gonna go over top of his ears, but underneath the thing. Don't worry about how this works. Just don't fucking worry about it, you know? I'm gonna give him a Walkman, because that's what people were using at this point in time. His nose is a little big, but I like it. I think it just needs to be moved up a little bit. And I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more like a soft triangle. I think if I darken it, it'll also help me be better. Yeah, I like that a bit more. If I give him dark eyes too, that'll help me visualize what's going on. Yeah, I like that a lot more. He's just a cute little guy. I just like him. Let me look up what a Walkman looks like. I think that's my other problem. That's a Walkman, an old school, and I want Discman, I think. I guess they don't call the CD ones the... Yeah, that's the fucker. That's the guy. There's one on Amazon right now for $40. I'm tempted. I don't really own CDs anymore, though. Yeah, I had my dad's old Discman. He got like a fancy new one, like the next gen, I guess. So I inherited his old shitty like first gen. It was very expensive when they bought it. For context, there it was probably like 90 or like maybe even $100. It got my dad through a nursing school. But when I got it, it was definitely not great. All right, so we're gonna do just one more tight sketch over top of this, just so I don't get lost. My Walkman was a coveted item when I was 13. Yeah, I was like maybe, if I was in high school, I was probably 14 or 15. Probably closer to 14. Definitely closer to 14. But it was great. It was much needed on the bus. I listened to burned CDs that I made on our iMac. We had an iMac, which is to say my mom had an iMac. I had no computer because I was a child of the 90s and kids did not have their own computers unless they were rich, and we were not. So I had a family computer I was allowed to use for 2 hours a day, which is an insane thing to think about. And that was a lot of time back then. Like, a lot of my friends didn't have that much access. Yeah, childhood Mac supremacy. I mean, it was fine. I wouldn't use a Mac now. I know some people who do. I would not use a Mac now, but only because I tend to periodically update my computer. And you can't really do that with a Mac. That is just not a thing they are built to do. They are built to last a really long time. They're just not built to... I want there to be paw prints underneath. I just gotta space them out correctly. Yeah. Got little pawsies. He's listening to, I don't know, probably his girlfriend's band. As a kid, I really shipped him and Jammer Lammy, and I don't super know why, looking back. I think they barely had any communication. I just thought they would be cute together. She is very nervous and anxious, and he believes in himself and also everyone else. I don't know. But also, Jammer Lammy is gay as shit, so... That is a whole ass lesbian. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I still have an iMac from 2000. Yeah, the iMac in our kitchen or dining room right now. That is my mom's house computer. Is probably from like around. You probably have the same computer as my mom. But all she really does is like buy stuff on Amazon and check her email. So it's not like she needs like a fucking beast of a computer. I don't know why she bought a beast of a computer, but she did. She did, and now that's what she's got. But I mean, joke's on everyone else. It did last her what, 10 years for $4,000. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to sneeze at. dun, dun. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Does he have a tail? I think he does. Gonna do another search for Parappa the Rapper. Tail? Not on any official art I can see. But counterpoint, I think tails are cute, so he's gonna get a little nubby tail. He's just gonna get a little nub. You know how some dogs just have like a little black nub tail? That's what he's gonna get. That's a good dog right there. He's a dog. I think he's a beagle. I believe he's a beagle. I could be wrong. Do I want to do this lineless? Do I want to do this lineless? Trying to think. Trying to think. Do I want to do it lineless? No, I don't. I've decided. Bum. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so the sketch is now on its own thing. Alright, so this is the final. Let's do the inks. I'm going to use a different brush than I used last time. We're also going to shrink this down just a little bit. So that we can make it bigger. So that the liner will be a little crisper. Maybe I'll move this guy a little bit closer. Because it can be pretty close. Doesn't have to be that far away. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's do some inks. Let's do some inks. Let's hide you because you're in my way. This is the Saloon song, right? I don't think I've ever listened to it for this long. I think this is just going to be colored black all the way, but I wanted to make sure. I don't like how wiggly that line is. Getting the smile down is going to be like Mona Lisa's smile. Or? No, I don't like that. I spent 3 years on it. Don't like that. Nope, don't like that. Let's try going all the way like this. Nope, don't like that. Maybe. I do like that. Aha! We got it there. We got there pretty quick, actually. You know what? I'm proud of me. That could have gone on for a real fucking long time. That could have gone on for a while. Nope. Nope. That's not it. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. We'll just... Good morning. Doing an early stream today because I was awake and I wanted to draw, but I knew if I drew off stream, I would get distracted and just browse Twitter and Tumblr or start playing Stardew Valley on my Switch, which is not the game that I play. It's not the same file as I'm playing for the stream. And that's not... I can't monetize that. I gotta monetize my hobbies, you know? I got to monetize these hobbies, my guys. We are working on Patreon sketches. Not Patreon sketches, like Patreon, like daily doodles, because I don't have any backups. It's a shame we gotta monetize. Agreed, but it is what it is. I am unemployed at the moment, so I got to monetize whatever I can. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't like how thick that line art is. Is that better? It is better. Maybe? Let me see. Yeah, I like that better. Maybe I'll make this a Redbubble sticker. I've been thinking about like opening a Redbubble or what's the other one? Society 6, and there's one more. One of those print-on-demand places. There's one more, and I can't remember what it's called. Not Society 6 and not Redbubble. That's gonna drive me crazy. That's gonna drive me crazy. Begins with a T, I think. Not Topatico, because that's not print-on-demand. That's just a lot of indie artists. The fuck is it called? Threadless. No. I don't think that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe. It might be Threadless. Yeah, I'm preemptively cutting back on a lot of stuff because we might be buying a house soon. Woohoo! Teespring. Yes, thank you, Will Muzzy. That is what I was thinking of. I was like, Threadless is more t-shirts. I feel like Teespring also does like stickers and shit. So maybe, I don't know. I think about that like every couple months and then I just don't do it, so. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Oh, I got that in one! I mean, this end part's not that good, but the important parts were the top parts, so. Hell yeah. Gotta love when it works out like that. Gotta love it. So yeah, I might open up one of those. Or Patreon has its like own sticker thing. I might open like a sticker tier. Or like change the $3 tier to a sticker tier. So that if you're in the US, the continental US, I think it's specifically, you can get a sticker once a month. But it wouldn't be October because I have to look into it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I don't know how good a quality their stickers are. Might have to see what the cost is on shipping. Yeah. I don't know. They have like recommended prices for tiers like that. They're like, hey, if you... Because Patreon makes them themselves now. I don't know if you know that. They make like their own merch now. Which is convenient, but also I assume they take a big cut. Like I have to assume they take a big cut. I have to assume it'd be cheaper to make your own shit. But I don't want to buy like 50 stickers and then sell like 4, you know? I don't really want to run a store like that. I'd rather have a print-on-demand kind of thing. So I'm lazy. And if the print-on-demand thing does well enough, maybe I would like expand into that. I think Amazon has its own print-on-demand thing, but like reluctance, yeah. Like I'm already using Patreon, which is the only reason why I'm still on Patreon. Because I'm already here, you know? Like I'm already here. Theoretically I should move to Coffee, but like most of my fan base is already on Patreon. Or what's the other one? Camaraderie, I think is the other one. I have to look into that. I might just use both at some point. But then I have to like cross post and like I already forget to post a lot. Like I already forget to post so much. You know, it is what it is. You gotta diversify your income. Or whatever it's called. But also, it's not like I advertise my Patreon very much. I don't, because I'm lazy. I should advertise my Patreon more. But now that I'm streaming on Twitch, it's, it advertises it for me. I don't think I've gotten any new patrons in a couple months. I've lost a couple patrons for completely reasonable reasons, which is me not delivering any fucking art for 3 or 4 months at a time. And I feel very guilty about it, but I did pause it a bunch of those months, so I don't feel too bad. What was I saying? I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm a little tired. I had a brownie, which is not what I would describe as breakfast, except it is. It was effectively my breakfast. He's looking pretty cute. Look at that puppy dog. Look at that dog. I did tag this as furry art, so if there's any furries in here wandered in, hello. I have a persona. I would not describe myself as a furry, but I do have a persona. I'm like a poser. I'm not cool enough to be a furry. Or at least I'm not consistent enough to be a furry. Like, sometimes I'm a deer. Most of the time I just draw myself as a person. But I don't back people for awards. I back them because of that Aquid comic. I like their stuff. Have a little walking around money. Same. Like, I've had to cut back really hard since I don't have consistent income at the moment. But like the couple people I am subscribed to is just like, have some walking around money. I never check Patreon. I never look at the things I get. Like, I know I get rewards. I don't know what they are. I don't look at any of that. Which I'm sure is kind of disappointing because they want people to, like, interact with their stuff, yada yada yada. And I just don't do that. Hello, beloved Jinx. But yeah, no, I just have some walking around money. Just have some walking around money. We're drawing Parappa the Rapper because I thought about him. Not completely unprompted. Chris Job delights me, therefore he gets a couple bucks. I don't think I'm subscribed to Chris's Patreon. I might be. I have no idea. I was subscribed to Tristan's for a really long time. But then I had to cut back, and since they objectively do not upload there anymore, I was like, this one could probably go. Like, I feel bad, but like, goodbye. But like the 5 or 6 I'm still subscribed to. I don't know what they're doing. They're still doing things, to the best of my knowledge, but I don't know. Like, Mary Kegel is one of the ones I've subscribed to. She's doing all sorts of crazy shit. I don't know where she gets the time in the fucking day. She's doing, like, a bunch of webcomics. I think she does 2? 2? Is she still doing 2? Is she still doing 2? I don't know. She might only be doing Sleepless Domain at the moment. But for a while there, she was doing, like, 3 different ones. Which is fucking insane to me. Like, no. Go to prison. Not prison. Yeah, I don't know how she finds the time to be, 1, a cat influencer, 2, a VTuber, like a fairly substantial one. Like, her numbers are no joke. Rigging her own VTuber, because she's not just, like, being a VTuber, she's drawing new outfits every time she starts a new game. She rigs her own character. She does a webcomic. It's just, does she sleep? I don't think she does. She can't sleep. I have to assume she just does not sleep. Because I sleep, and there's so much that I cannot do. I found the secret to multi-column projects, and it's never update. Well, Muzzy, that you make a compelling argument. Yeah, I had a webcomic for, I don't know, I think I did like 12 or 15 updates, like 3 or 4 months. And then at some point, I was sitting there drawing a horse, and I was like, you know what? It's so much easier to just write a book. So I stopped making a webcomic and turned it into a novel. And then I tried to sell it for a really long time, and nobody bought it. Now it's on the like a shelf, not a shelf, like not a physical shelf. It's on the like a proverbial shelf. Because I'm gonna go back to it eventually with fresh eyes, figure out what was wrong with it or what wasn't wrong with it, and what I wasn't doing right with it. And then try again when I have the money to have a literary agent, because I did have one. Now then, I couldn't afford to pay him anymore. Shout out to Tom. He was very nice. He got me a lot of interviews. He got my name, my foot in the door in a lot of places. Just they weren't buying. And that happens. Nobody really sells their first book, to be clear. Selling your first book does not happen. If you did, it's because you sat on it again for a while and tried to sell a different book and then went back to the first book. So I tried to sell it, reworked it a couple of times, turned it from a duology, I guess is the phrase, a duology, to a trilogy. So I got to add more content. And I'm not sure that worked for me. I don't think that worked for the story. I think it just added like a bunch of fluff and filler that wasn't really necessary. But I love world building, so whatever. Who gives a shit? And then it just wasn't working. They weren't buying. We tried advertising it. I've probably said this before. We tried advertising it like anime meets Critical Role. That is not how I would describe it personally, but that he was like, that's how we should describe it because everyone knows what those two things are. And I was like, you're right, but I hate it. It is not Critical Role expired at all. It's definitely inspired by Acquisitions Incorporated, Natch, because of who I am as a person. So it's definitely like comedy fantasy. Like there's serious world building, but it is also like jokey jokes. What was I gonna say? But Critical Role was just like more immediately recognizable as a name, which is why he suggested it. And I was like, you're right, but I hate it. I don't like Critical Role for context there. It's fine. I have nothing against it. It's just not for me. So that didn't work. And anime is like a very broad concept. Sorry, I'm gesturing with my hands, which you can't see, which is why I'm not actively making a line. Because I talk with my hands, but you can't tell that because it's just a PNG. He doesn't do that. Anime is just too broad of a concept. Like, it wasn't specific enough for what I wanted it to be. Like, that's... Like, yeah, I guess. It was kind of like a... How I would describe it, personally, is Acquisitions Incorporated meets Kill la Kill. In terms of, like, tone and, like, vibe. So, very specific anime. Not horny like that, for context. It's not the horny part. That's not the part we brought in. It's not a bunch of half-naked high schoolers. That's not... No. There's no high schoolers in my book at all. My book was all adults. There's not a single child. Because I don't want to write about children. And more importantly, I don't want people to write fan fiction about my children. As children. Like, I don't want that. No. I don't want the fan base that comes with that kind of content, you know? So all my characters are like 30. He did briefly, for like a really long time, for like a couple months, he was like, hey, I know I keep saying it, and I'm like, don't say it again. He's like, you should turn it into a YA novel. And I was like, no. I mean, I probably should. But now it's like, Nona the Ninth is out. I haven't picked it up yet. But the third book in the trilogy, it was Gideon the Ninth, and then I forget what the second one was called. What the fuck was the second one called? I don't care. It was something the Ninth. The trilogy of that Gideon the Ninth, the third one just came out. And I feel like if that has a fan base, and it does. Harrow the Ninth, thank you. I knew it began with an H, but I kept going somewhere else, and I knew it wasn't that. The Locked Tomb, yeah, Harrow the Ninth, thank you. The third one of those just came out, and I was like, you know what? This is so clearly Homestuck fanfiction, and I feel like if that can get purchased, my Acquisitions Incorporated like pseudo fanfiction can get purchased. Like that's people like me are dying for books like that. You know, people who grew up on Homestuck are dying for content. And I'm sorry if you didn't know that Harrow the Ninth is the Locked Tomb is Homestuck fanfiction. I'm really sorry. It's objectively Homestuck fanfiction. I forget the name of the fanfiction. I didn't read it because I don't give a shit. Um, yeah, but it is Homestuck fanfiction. Sorry if you had to find out this way. I suspect most people who read it know that. I don't think it's a big surprise. I don't think it's a big surprise. Just based on everything in the book. I don't know because I don't know Homestuck, but it's utterly consistent with its vibes and doesn't surprise me. Yeah. I started Gideon but didn't finish. It took me twice to read through Gideon. I started, I just wasn't in the mood for it. So I put it down. I forget. I think I read something else instead. I think I read. What did I read instead? Forget. Oh, I read. This is how you win the Time War, or this is how you lose the Time War. I'm sorry. Which I loved. If you've never read it. Jerry Holkins just gave that a shout out at the last PAX, and I was like, oh yeah, I loved that book. I read that first. I read that instead, I mean. And I loved that. And then I read Dracula, because everyone was reading Dracula. I don't know if you remember that. Everyone suddenly and abruptly was reading Dracula via email. I just read the book itself, because I had a copy. And then I really liked it. I had never read it before. I didn't have to read it in high school, I guess. It just never came up. I had a good time with it. And then after that, I could read Gideon the Ninth, and I really liked it. I had a good time with it. It took me a little bit to get through it. It's on my long-ass to-read list, the Time War one. It's really good. It's a breezy little read. I got through it in a single night. I breezed through it in about like 4 or 5 hours. It's not long. And it's very snappy. Solid read. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Adored it. Yeah, same. I tend to read in bursts and then not for 5 months. But I'm reading, it's like 6 books a week. Agreed. Like I get really into it for a hot minute and then I'm like, no more. And that's it. Same thing with like music. Like sometimes I can listen to music while I draw and sometimes I need to watch a video. I don't get to decide which one of those things it is. I don't. It's not my call. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think that's just what it's gonna be. This does not look right. I mean, I know what's wrong down here. I want this to be more curved. Let's just delete that. I want this to be... I don't want it to be quite so flat against the butt so it looks like he's like squishing it. Yeah, I go through bursts. Sometimes I'm like, that's all I want to fucking do is read, you know? All I want to do is fucking read. And sometimes I'm like, no more. I am stupid. I've never read a book a day in my life. When the pandemic started, back in the day, in the year of 2020, what I did for funsies, so I was in advanced English class in high school, and this is not a flex, it's just a preface to the story. What that meant for me was that I had to read Go Ask Alice, which I hate. It's my least favorite book of all time. And there was another book I had to read, and I can't remember what it is now. But another one of those like found novels where it's so clearly a dude writing as if he's like a teenage girl. It sucked. They were awful. I hate them. I hate that genre. It's the worst. It's just a shitty genre that sucks. But I had to read those. I had to read those books while the other kids in like the regular English class were reading like the standard, like affair with a high school English. So they were reading The Great Gatsby and what was the other one they had to read? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read those. So I googled like what high schools are reading, and I read The Great Gatsby, and I read Wuthering Heights. There's another one I read, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head now. So, but something classic like that, you know. So, because I never read them, I never read them in high school, and I just never picked them up. So now I've read The Great Gatsby. I still haven't seen the movie because I didn't like it that much. But the book was pretty good. I didn't hate it. I thought I was going to hate it because everyone seems to complain about it, but I was like, I liked it. It's pretty okay. I feel you, bro. I had to read Catcher in the Rye. That was one of the other ones. That was the other one I read. I did not hate it either. I thought it was okay. I didn't love it or anything. I didn't like it as much as The Great Gatsby. But it was fine. I think because I didn't have to read it and I didn't have to like answer any questions about it on tests or have group discussions about it. Like I was reading it at my own pace. I don't super love the way it's written, but it was fine. Like it was just kind of a slog. It was just kind of hard to get through. I don't think it's said enough to warrant how much people still talk about it. If that makes sense. Like, I'm like, I know it's like the great American novel or whatever. It was okay. Yeah. Alright, I guess. Oh, that's not the right line. For some reason, my knee is absolutely fucking killing me right now. And I don't fucking know why. It's not gonna rain. Leg, stop it. So yeah. I'm looking at that paw shoe, and I think I know what's wrong with it now, but I'll fix it in a minute. I'm doing a stretch, that's why I'm not drawing it. Limb rebellion. Yeah, well, I just have a bad knee. It is what it is. Some people have bad knees. I am one of them. And it's just cranky. I'm going to take some Motrin real quick. I keep some Motrin in the bedroom. I'm also going to do a nice stretch. But yeah, I read through a bunch of those classic high school novels. They were okay, but I had an experience I never had before, so that's something. At some point, I realized I could read the first chapter to the last, and the one in the middle and get like a solid B-. Yeah. Now that we have the internet, nobody ever fucking needs to read a book again. You can watch a 2.5-hour YouTube essay about it. From someone who absolutely fucking loves it. Not even like an asshole who's like, I hate this book. No, you're gonna get like the #1 stan for The Great Gatsby explaining to you like why these characters are like this. Blah, blah, blah. Like that's, you could get that now. You could not get that when I was in high school. YouTube kind of existed. It wasn't like it is now. But it was starting. Like it existed, It was a thing. It was starting to be a thing. Scarlet Letter, yeah. Reading books from high school made me hate them, so I just skimmed the copy and copied down the relevant notes in class, while ferociously reading my own stuff. Yeah, I used to read a lot in middle school. And then in high school I got very depressed, so I stopped doing that. I stopped doing hobbies. So that was bad. You know what I really loved as a kid? And I think we can all relate. Everyone has that um, intro to YA. Mine was Animorphs. Although I cannot stress to you, if you try to talk to me about it, I don't fucking remember anything that happened in those goddamn books. I don't remember anyone's name. One guy turned into a bird forever. Um, don't remember who that. Tobias. I'm sorry, he does have a name. I do remember his name. Only because people still talk about that to this day. And in their defense, it was heartbreaking that happened to him. It was treated very sad. Tobias the bird was good. Yes. My understanding is that they still hold up pretty good. That is my understanding. Again, I have not touched them since I was like 9. I did buy all of the like the first box set for my niece. I have no fucking idea if she's touched them. Probably not. I have to assume she hasn't. I might grab her for Christmas the Warrior Cats novels. Only because, and this is going to sound terrible, I'm pretty sure my niece is going to be a furry. And not like in a mean way. She loves to draw and she only draws like cat people and animal people. And I'm just like, you are going to be a furry. And I support it. So I think if I give her this vehicle, she could be that kind of furry, you know? You know? She could be a Warrior Cats kid. I assume there's still Warrior Cats kids. I did not read Warrior Cats as a child. I do not think it existed. I think that was much later. They've aged like a fine wine considering the war in the 2000s and the main theme of war turns young people to shattered wrecks of themselves and makes home and familiar places alien and painful. Yeah, like it was a lot of like kids in guerrilla warfare and it's like, they shouldn't have gone through that. And the book was like, I agree, but it's too late. I remember here's one thing I distinctly remember, and it's insane to me that I still remember this. Broccoli was from an alien planet, and one of the kids was very vindicated. He's like, I knew it! It was like an alien plant that somebody brought to Earth at some point, like during its life cycle. And I always thought that was really funny. I don't even, like, it was just very funny. The Brockman was one of the only Animorphs books I had. Yeah, I think it was one of the early ones. For some reason, that one moment really sticks out to my brain. I've never read Warrior Cats, but man, the animations are out of control. Yeah, they fucking are. I love them. Like, the kids are super cool. Like, if I did shit like that, I would be so proud forever. I can't do shit like that. I would never do shit like that. I don't have that kind of drive. That's not me. Alright. I think this is basically done. We're gonna get rid of the sketch, and we're gonna do these toesies a little bit different. I think it was just too cluttered, what I was trying to do. So I think we're on the right page. That's a little too big. There we go. I think it just needs to be... We're just going to add a little bit of a line down the middle, as if there's a bend. Winter and Stardew. The big one that stands to me is that there's another kid that gets morphing powers, but he just goes insane with it and starts like stalking and harassing and trying to kill the main group. And they have to trap him on an island as a rat because they, as a security measure, never told him he couldn't stay shapeshifted for longer than X amount of time. Holy fucking shit. They turn a child into a rat forever? Does he die? And at the end they just leave him there, he's psychically screaming for hours. Holy shit. does he come back? Or is that just like the end of that storyline? I mean, he did try to kill them. So in like their defense. It's implied he'll have a human lifespan in rat form on this deserted island. Assuming he doesn't get eaten by like a bird. Like he's a creature. Holy shit. That's why is it like that? Animorphs is just like that. It's just like that. Gotta go up early tomorrow, but very good I can catch a bit of the stream. Good night, Jinx. Let's get that sketch back so we can do the frog hat. Boop. It's not what his frog hat looks like, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. Alright. Inks are done. I love that for me. Let's get the reference back. Let's get the reference back. We'll set this as our reference layer. Delete that sketch. Let's do a base. Bass. All about that bass. That bass. Oh, trap. I've never even heard the full song of that. Enclose and fill. Expand selected layers. Just go 2. If he does come back, Space Satan gives him an out. Rachel, their main combat person, eventually corners him and he begs her to kill him rather than strand him on the island again. The story never tells you what she does to him. Interesting. I remember liking Rachel. I do kind of also remember her being a bit of a sociopath. Like, she was definitely, like, the one who was, like, most invested in being, like, a child soldier for aliens. That's too human. There we go. Oh, the little yellower. Yeah, I like that. She definitely was, like, the most invested in that vibe. And it's like, girly, maybe don't. Bestie. Bestie. I don't think you want to be like that. I'm gonna do the headphone lines on a different thing. That's why I haven't done them yet. I have not forgotten. I might forget going forward, but presently, it's still in my mind. Presently, I'm still thinking about it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I feel like her and Tobias were a thing. Or at least, I feel like other people thought that. I don't super remember. Again, I don't remember much. I remember liking it. That's about it. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Yeah, it's the whole thing of, like, before they got into war, she was a pretty nice person, but after she became a combat maniac and it's, like, aware she enjoys killing more than anyone should. They were, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember that. I do vaguely remember that. Refer to referencer. I think that's my problem. I think I'm on the... Expand, selected area. Let's get a blue in there. I want that to be a little bit darker. It's a skosh darker. Yeah, I like that. I read all of them. It was a good series. Dark as fuck. Yeah, I don't know if I could revisit it now as like an adult. I don't think I would have a good time. But I definitely remember liking it as a kid. So I wanted my niece to have it. I don't know if she read them. I don't think she did. She got really into Minecraft YouTubers, um, which is very funny now because she's not allowed to use YouTube for a multitude of reasons. It's not specifically because of them. Some stuff happened at school, and now she's not allowed to use YouTube basically at all. I'm sure it doesn't stop her. But she showed me Dream one time unprompted, and I took psychic damage. I took psychic damage. I was like, I decided not to let her know that I knew who they were. I didn't want to like hurt her feelings and be like, I fucking hate these guys. Because I kind of don't care. I don't care if little kids like them. I don't know anything about them. But I don't want anything to do with them. I would prefer not to see them. Let's just do some. I know. Just some white there. Right. Ophelia's into a lot of stuff at 12, and we're like, this ain't for us, but you do you. I'm glad you have a thing. Yeah, my niece is a little bit younger than 12. She's 9. So she's just... She is what she is. I'm sure... Again, I think she's going to end up being a furry. I think she's going to be a furry. And I'm just like, you know what? Sure. But yeah, you know, kids got a lot of... They're into a lot of things these days, you know? They're into a lot of stuff. They're into a lot of things and stuff. The other day, Jerry tweeted about his daughter looking up Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. I guess on Pinterest or whatever. I guess they share an account. I don't know. I guess that's one way to monitor your children. I don't know if I would do that. Seems insane to me, but who am I to judge, I guess. But I just... It's so good. It's such a good show. And I'm like, you know, I'm glad the kids are into this. If I had Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was in high school or grade school or whatever the hell she's in, it's Ronia specifically in this case, man, I would have been much cooler. I would have been a much cooler kid. In my humble opinion. In my humble onion. Where is... There you go. Don't love that. I don't love that either, but I like it a little bit more. I'm gonna try this real quick. Do I like that more? I do like that more. That worked out well. Alrighty. Alright, let's color in the frog real quick. Let's color in the frog real quick. I might thicken the line art around the patch on the hat, just because it's very thick on the original drawing. So I think it's just supposed to be thicker. It's a thick boy. It's a thick frog. Expand selected area. Let's get some green up in here. Is that the right color green? Yeah, I want that. I like that. Let's get the same color as the hat for the tongue. So I don't have to pick a new color. Dun, 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 dun. Let's thicken that patch up. But anyway, like Jerry's daughter, I've also not stopped thinking about Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In my defense, it slaps. And everyone should watch it. It's great. It's a good show. Alright, let's do some colored line art on the line art real quick. Colored colors. It's real and it's good. It's so real and so good. so real and so good. I think I want to try doing lighter color for this area real quick. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll try this real fast. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Actually, I might just lighten the pants up a little bit. That might be my problem. Expand selected area. That's a little too light. One notch down. Another notch down. Yeah, that's better. Alright. That's better. There we go. Now I don't have to use light line art. I like that a lot more. I like that a lot more. I'm not due for a rewatch on Rise of Team Minstrels again. I really just did one like maybe a month and a half ago. I would like to do another one. I did like a final watch through preparing for the movie. So that was what, August? That was August. I really liked it. I just really liked it. I don't know what to tell you. I loved it. The movie was so good. I wish we had more of it. I understand why we don't, presently. But I do hope Netflix took and, like, watched how those numbers jumped. Because it was trending on, Netflix for days. It was a hot minute there. It was constantly on the top 10 of, like, most viewed. In, like, family and otherwise. I hope they're like, you know what? We should bring this show back. It would be a nice change of pace from what they usually do, which is randomly cancel shows that have very dedicated audiences. Even though the shows are doing well. They're not doing well enough, I guess. So that would be a fun change of pace, in my humble opinion. If they did that instead. And who knows, maybe they will. Probably not. I'm just trying not to get my hopes up, you know? Trying not to get married to the idea of that happening. If I don't think about it too hard, I can't be disappointed when it doesn't happen, you know? Alrighty. Let's do some of this nonsense. Let's make it bluer. Yeah, I like that more. If you don't hope for things, you never get disappointed. Agreed. And obviously you should hope for some things, because being hopeful is nice. It gets you through the day. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to hope for this specific thing, you know? Only because it is not likely. It's just not very likely, and I think that's okay, to not be very likely. I think that's fine. Alrighty, that's pretty good. Just gotta copy and paste the line art real quick, just to thicken it up. I think that's pretty good. I should save that. A good rhythm doge. It is a good rhythm doge. It's the rhythm doge. The only rhythm doge who matters. Let's do... Get it on its own layer. Colors. colors. No high school colors. No V in there. There's no V in colors. We'll just do a texture over top. I'll pick a nice yellow. I think I have a bunch of textures in here. I thought I had a bunch of textures. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. I thought I had. Oh, I got like the default ones. Yeah. Let's download that. I don't know if you could see me downloading things. Just gonna add that yellow over top of it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I love a good texture. I'm just gonna delete it over the whites of the eyes so that they don't get a little jank. But I like it on everything else. I like it on everything else. Yeah, I like that. I might brighten it up a little bit over the hat, just so that it stands out a little bit more. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a uniform yellow, it can be a different yellow. Erase it over the frog as well, just because I want the frog to be nice and green. Well, no, that's too much. I want him to be... I don't want it to be erased. Yeah. Is there anywhere else I want it? I think that's probably good. I think I'm just gonna leave it normal. I don't think it needs to be anything more than that. It's gonna have another yellow background, because why not? And this one I might turn into like a sticker on Redbubble or something. Oh shit, I forgot. I already forgot. You guys forgot to remind me. Cord, I guess, is what I'll label this. Forgot the headphone cord. I'm just gonna put it down here, I guess. Although, and then they have that little itty bit in the middle. Let's try... shrink that because it's in my way. Don't like how that overlays with stuff. Let's do the headphones first. How about that? Yeah, I like that a little bit more. You know what? I don't think it matters if we see where the headphones plug into. I don't think that matters. I'm not going to worry about that for right now. Although, I feel like it looks weird if I don't see where the headphone jack's into. Maybe I'll just put it here. That's not like where it would be. Do kids these days know that headphones had little dangly guys? Do kids remember headphones? Like and subscribe if you remember headphones. I don't know. There we go. Rap dog. Da 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 da. It's a rap dog. I love a good rap dog. Okay. We got 2 things done. I'm stoked about it. I think that's about as much as I can handle. Because my knee hurts. Rap doge. So my knee is fucking killing me. So I'm gonna get a nice hot shower. And I think that'll make me feel better. But I got 2 things done. This is really all I had planned for this stream, so I bagged it down 2 hours. I did great, frankly. We're gonna have another stream tonight. I don't know if I mentioned that on Twitter. I feel like I did. Comments as dust in response to the passing of the ages. Correct. Just take a shower and prop up that leg. Yeah, I really need to prop it up. That's really what it boils down to. I want to put some heat on it. I'm gonna put some heat on it. Maybe icy hot or something. It's been really finicky for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and I don't know why. Anyway, we are going to stream tonight at 9 o'clock. It's either going to be Cult of the Lamb or Stardew Valley. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm leaning towards Cult of the Lamb, but we'll see. So if you are up and about at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, don't know what time that is for most of you, join me for the second stream today. Making up for all the streams we missed with 2 streams in a day. We're going to play some video games. But until then, I will see you guys later. Have a good afternoon. Take care. Love you all. Kiss, kiss. Goodbye.